Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the Killer Awesome Trucker with mood lighting. And I'm doing some cooking. Gonna be making myself some spaghetti. I haven't made spaghetti in what a while now. So I'm parked back in the same spot I was before, so it's just like 2 minutes away from the last receiver that we went to. And I was trying to, decide, should I try going to our next load, which is at Kimberly-Clark. It looks kind of like a factory area, at least from the satellite image, and we'll show that here in a little bit. But the problem is, let's see, it took a little bit to get unloaded because it was a live unload over there at Ace. Didn't get done with that until, yeah, it was after 4:30. It would take at least 30 minutes to get over to Kimberly-Clark. Then there's time to check in, drop the trailer. So it would have been after 5. Then I would have had to check in, drop the trailer, pick up the next one, do the pre-trip. It would have been around 6 o'clock. And then somehow from there, try to find a place to shut down. Now, I know some of you out there would be like, man, just drive. Just drive your hours and then deal with the shutdown when you get to it. So I've been doing research on what happens if you can't find a place to park. Because if you can't find a place to park, you don't want to violate the hours of service. From what I understand, that's kind of bad. That you can be at risk for losing your license if you're violating the hours of service. Some people were like, they just go from one truck stop to another truck stop to another truck stop until they can find a place they can park, or somewhere on the side, or park off on the side of the road when there's a spot that they can do it. Sometimes they make their own parking spot. I have to rev the engine every couple of minutes, because if I don't, this is going to wipe out the battery. So I've got to keep the truck idling here, so that way it's charging the battery. Soon that won't be an issue. I'll have my own power source. But one person was like, pray for death. Some people just try to park somewhere where they're not supposed to and hope that they don't get a knock on their door or their window from a cop telling them they gotta move. Some people have been in situations to where they didn't have the hours and they were forced to move. So, is that something you really want to play with? Me? No, I don't. I like to try to avoid trouble if I can, not run, for it. Like if there's a nasty storm or a tornado, going around, the last thing I want to do is drive towards it. Right? Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you like thrills. I like to live another day. So, in the case when it comes to, the driving and the hours of service and stuff, I just don't want to go there. So, and there is another Love's. It's about as far away from. It's about like a 25-minute drive away from our next load where we are right now. There's another one And it may have a shower and working laundromat too. But I was close to here. I figured, well, I'll just come in here, park, and call it a night. I made use of the daylight, and I cleaned my mirrors and my windows the best that I could. But see, here's the other thing too. We haven't been dispatched. We haven't been dispatched on the next load. Now I could have put in a macro 10 to say, hey, get me dispatched. I could have done that, but nah, it's okay. I can chill out, make dinner, and just get everything ready to go tomorrow. Yeah, I would have liked to have used my hours and drive tonight, but I also try to think ahead, and I try to plan accordingly. Well, this thing is like bubbling like a cauldron or something here. Toil and trouble, boil, whatever. But anyhow, yeah, making spaghetti. So went from making spaghetti to going off on some tangent about do we try to force driving tonight or not? I don't know. But you know what? For those of you who do drive, maybe you've driven for a while, I'm curious. Have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't find a place to park and you wound up violating your hours of service? Or have you just barely gotten away with it with the skin of your teeth? I don't know. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I don't need the stress. I don't need that stress. I'll just plan it for the next day. But some people, they're just gotta like, nope, I gotta make use of my hours as much as I possibly can. And if that means I gotta go hide and park in some trees or something, then that's what they'll do. I don't know. But let me know in the comments what you guys do. Yeah. Some good home cooking here. Well, kind of. It's not like I made everything myself, you know what I mean? Ah, yes. Put it all in my container here. Obviously, I won't eat all of that, but I can save the rest. I got a lid. I can put it on there, and I've got leftovers. I can just, well, I can't use this, but I can put it in one of my trays and heat it up in my toaster oven. Then I could have baked spaghetti. Good morning. I got the pre-trip and stuff done, so we are going to go ahead and pick up the next order. I spent time planning the trip and everything, or trip planning, just preliminary trip planning. Little details and stuff will happen as we get out on the road. But let's get going. Okay, well, looks like we have a little bit of a challenge. One, I got turned around because I got 3 different GPSs all telling me something different. So I had turned around, and then I saw the sign for Kimberly-Clark. One direction was construction, the other one was distribution. The way we were going the first time was the correct way. Wouldn't you know, the Zonar was giving the correct direction. But when I had stopped, I had looked at Google Maps to see, was that Kimberly-Clark or was it something else? we've been here before. I was here with my mentor, and I thought that was the way we first turned. I thought that was the actual way, but then I couldn't remember if it was Kimberly Clark or something else. So I was gonna make a turn on the other spot, and then I saw the Kimberly Clark sign, and I'm like, well, crap. So I'm looking at this intersection thinking, okay, how can I go in there and make a U-turn to go back? There were vehicles. There weren't any vehicles there before. Now there were. So instead of trying to do a killer gamer move, I had to be the killer awesome trucker and continue going straight and loop my way around to get back the proper way. So finally, we made it all the way back. They do a trailer inspection. Well, trailers got to be swept out, apparently. That's not the reason why it failed, though. There's a hole on this side, on the driver's side, on the very top of the trailer that I didn't see. Now, you may be thinking, well, wouldn't you have seen that on the pre-trip? Yeah, probably. Except when I was doing the pre-trips, it was early in the morning, so it was dark. So I didn't see it because it was dark. So I thought, okay, let me get to the Loves. Right now I'm at the Loves that I thought about coming to after the last delivery. Okay, we're at the shop right there. The hole has been fixed on the trailer. We'll talk about it here in a moment. I want to get this over to the shipper. Okay. You folks are going to love this. All right, so there's a hole in the trailer, and it was in the corner. Now, I didn't see this during my pre-trips because I did them when it was dark. So how could I have seen it? Because the light was working. The light was working. But in the dark, I couldn't see the hole. So, yeah, so here's a picture of that. Now, let's go take a look and see what they did. Let's get out and look. I'm never going to let that go. You know that. And there we go. There's the repair job. Where have we seen this before? Where have we seen this before? I'll tell you what it was. It was in a previous episode when we were looking for trailers, and I saw one that had duct tape right in that same spot. What in the heck would put a hole right there? I don't know. But yeah, I didn't see this one doing my pre-trip because it was dark. The light works though. Apparently, whatever this is, was just taped to it. Looks like a doorbell. Hello? Oh my goodness. Look at old Shrifty Swift there. Duct taping holes and putting electrical tape on doorbells. Swifty Swift.
Everybody in the house get busy. Hear me out without a doubt. Here we go with the flow. Let you know. Here's the rhythm. That's when I let you like beat them all. Yo. And then you wanna get bass. Killing like in your face. And went back to history, that very nice. But the German Terminator didn't even show. Yeah, I'm ready like to roll, take control. And if you're ready to move, feel the groove. So smooth when I do my ride, some of the ties, move that ass, the rest of my ties, I take the blast. My name is MC Free, I spray with the AK in the Bronx where you gotta keep up your guard. At the knees, please don't freeze. Up on the dance floor, give you like you what you want. Come here for the rhythm, like pump it, jump it, up and down, all around. See the rhythm when I pump a dope sound.
Gee, I wonder if our loaded trailer has any problems. Dun 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 no 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 no. Okay. We're fine. We're good there too. Alright, we got our 3-step process to look at here. Alright, that's in there. We'll be sliding the tandems also. Hopefully it's not too heavy. Alright, so I see the lockage all around that. Alright. Go ahead and do steps 2 and 3 and 4. Whew, that sun is hot. Okay, I'm hooked up to the trailer. I checked it out. It's all good. So let's talk about what happened. Okay, so first of all, to get into this particular Love's, which was in Whistler, Alabama, when you get off the freeway, there are 2 right turns. And if you take a look at it here, I went on the one that had, the curve. That's the wrong one to go on. Apparently that takes you into town, and I had to take a long way around to get back to that spot. You've got to take the route that's green, which takes you to a left turning lane to get onto the service road where Love's is at. So, yeah, it was a little confusing. And it's funny how there's a sign that says Love's this lane, but it's past. It's up there at the intersection when you've already passed the other, the other right turn. So, maybe a little, further forward before you get to that might actually help. Then there's the Love's itself. Here's what it looks like. Not the greatest design, if you ask me. So I go in there. We got authorization to get it fixed at the shop there. At first I had it parked, so that way I could send in macro 55 and all this other stuff. And so then I pulled out, as you can see in this diagram, pulled out so that way I could swing the trailer around, and because I figured I was supposed to back in or something. No, actually, that's not the right decision. Or actually, try to swing around anyway. Yeah, you can't go that way. So, and when I had looked at it, I'm like, that's not going to work, is it? I did it anyway. So I had to back up. And that's what you're seeing, the dotted green line. I had to back up into the parking spot that I was in and then pull out and go the other direction. And then in this last diagram, you can see you have to come all the way around, and probably what I'm doing is reversed than what you're seeing, but I had to come all the way around and go through the fuel island and then pull forward to the bay. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. So if you happen to go to Whistler, Alabama, to the Love's that's there, just know there are some really tight turns. Heck, if anything, I guess I got practice. I guess, there's something positive to look at it. Had some tight areas too. when trying to work around and stuff. There, and the Garmin actually was going to take me down a road that was not a truck route. I was going to come in and turn, and I'm looking at that like, oh, that doesn't look right. And then sure enough, I saw a white sign that said no trucks. So just be careful. Garmin is great, but it is going to give you misinformation at times. Not as much as the Zonar. But still, look for those signs. If it doesn't look right, it probably isn't. So just double check. And if you have to get out and look to see if there's a sign, then I guess do that. Just don't get run over. All right, well, I think we are ready. So we're going to pull this out and go check in at door number 2. Get our paperwork and stuff. It's a really cool shot back there of the Bay Bridge. Okay, got our paperwork. We just need to basically check out. So I got everything in the Garmin as far as where we're going. I was trying to figure out a few things. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, it is time for a break. Oh, and wouldn't you know, finally, finally, I've been able to find a place that I can park that has a Hardee's. And I was just thinking to myself, because I saw a Hardee's in one of those little towns that we passed, and I'm like, yeah, well, figures there's one there, but there's no place to park. And sure enough, here we go. There's a Love's and there's a Hardee's, which is good, because as soon as we continue west, it's not going to be Hardee's anymore. It's going to be Carl's Jr. I think, from what I understand, they have slightly different menus. That's why I wanted to go to Hardee's, just to, check things out. So, yay! And I did a practice backing maneuver, too. So, almost got it in here in one shot. I didn't start going underneath the trailer soon enough, but it was close. It was close. I had to pull up, and I pulled up a couple of times. The reason, because I wanted to get it in here even. It was kind of off to an angle, so I pulled up a second time to kind of straighten that out a bit and bring it in so I can get it even. Plenty of room, and I parked in the space that I wanted to park in too. So, yeah, folks. When you stop for your break, take opportunity to practice your backing. Practice your backing. You don't have to sit there and try to park next to another truck. All right. Give yourself some room. Pick a spot like what I did here, but make sure you aim for the spot that you want. Don't just kind of back in. I'm like, well, okay, well, I'm close to this one over here. Try to aim for the one that you're going for. Get yourself some practice in, and with that in mind, practice with the rest stops too, so that way you can get pulled in there evenly. Remember, you're going to have to pull. Wherever your spot is at, you need to pull to the next one and start turning in, and then whip around, so that way your trailer's lined up and will, turn to even itself out. So it takes a little bit of practice, but yeah, take those opportunities to practice your backing. All right, I'm hungry. I am getting myself some Hardee's, man. So I got the Frisco Angus burger. I don't think they have this at Carl's Jr. Just like at Carl's Jr., they've got like the guacamole burger, and I didn't see it on the menu here. Love onion rings. These aren't good though. They're okay. Okay, well, as much as I would like to stay here and get a shower and do my laundry, we need to keep going. So, oh shoot, it's going on 3. Yeah, let's just keep going. Hopefully there'll be some spots at another Love's truck stop. Otherwise, I might have to stop at another truck stop or a rest stop and do another sponge bath or something. But yeah. But yeah, we need to make use of our time. I've got about 4 hours and 54 minutes of on duty time. So, ooh, yeah, I'm not gonna make it all the way there. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but I need to make use of that time.
Hopping out of plane, out of town flights. Yeah, seems like I must have done something right. Like I'm on the block, people on my pro doc waiting in the line, and now it's all sold out. I remember every word you said. But you never called me back.
Well, I feel better. Finally had a real shower. Tired. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I've been so worked up with everything, but I gotta try to get some sleep. So, catch you tomorrow. All right, good morning, everyone. We are going to continue. We got to get to Lancaster, so let's go ahead and get going. Okay, so we're making a brief stop right here. The next load that I had that would have taken me to Arizona, the planners wound up taking that load away from me, saying, oh, this was supposed to be picked up yesterday. It was an end of the month load. Well, number one, I sent a macro 22 stating that I was going to be late with it, and that was before the trailer had to be repaired. I put in, hey, I was dispatched late. And then there wound up being that trailer that had to be repaired. But still, I sent in that macro 22, didn't receive any response back, so I figured, oh, okay, everything's fine. It's not like anyone tried to call me or leave a message on the Zonar or anything like that. Nothing. So I don't know if I still have that load or not. Let me see. I mean, why? It doesn't make any sense that they would take it away from me. Well, it was an minimum flow. We're gonna have to, take it away. Well, you're gonna have to give it to someone, right? Someone's got to pick it up. I'd be able to pick it up today. So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking here to see if it's still here. I didn't get a message it was removed. No, it's gone. Yeah, they took it. Yeah, that makes total sense, folks. Not. Oh, we need to remove this load. It was supposed to be picked up yesterday. So what, are you going to find someone to go back in time to go pick it up yesterday or the day before? I mean, stupid. Some other things that I didn't go over yesterday. Well, one, when I was driving, I missed the turn, so I had to drive further until there was an area where I could make a loop and can come back. But last night, someone threatened me. His wife, they were cursing me out because I was getting myself set up to back up, and the way that this place is designed, that Love's parking lot, I don't even know if I want to go to a Love's anymore, but here it is here. Traffic flow, all the traffic from the fuel island goes in that direction. Yet you can come in to set up for a side on some of those parking spots. So you can see that when I'm setting up to do a back, it winds up blocking traffic that's wanting to come out. So, and all these backing maneuvers are different, because some you can set up perfectly, and then some you can't because there's not enough space on, from the trucks on, one side to another side. And that's still something I'm trying to figure out, because it's like, okay, let me drive a little bit further, and that winds up not being enough when you set up, or it winds up being too much. So that's still something I'm trying to work out with. But since I was blocking traffic, one of the people came out and was offering to spot me. He had me wiggling in and this, and then he was getting frustrated because he's and wondering, keep doing it. And they don't seem to realize that this international truck does not have a turn radius that they think it has. So they're telling me to go like this. It's already turned as far as it can go. He's having me pull up into this spot that's up in front, which is close to this other truck. And for a moment, I thought they were being nice. They had backed up their truck to give a little bit more room. I thought, okay, that's nice of them. But then they backed it up more, and then they came out and started yelling, screaming, cussing at me, saying that I didn't know how to drive and all this other stuff, and that they didn't want their truck hit. They did it all because I'm a Swift driver. That's the whole reason why they did it, is because I'm a Swift driver, because it says Swift on the truck. Had it been anyone else, they probably wouldn't have done it. But then they leave. They leave. So, well, the fact that they left, it allowed me to pull completely up, straighten up, and back up. So, I don't know. Anyway, it had me all riled up, so I didn't want to talk about it last night. I had trouble trying to sleep, but yeah, so that's the thing. But anyhow, I'm going to try to figure out what my next thing is here before we get going. You know, it's funny. You know how like vending machines are like more expensive, right? Especially at rest stops. Well, so far I haven't really like got out and looked, but from what I've noticed, I think even the vending machines are cheaper than the truck stop. Like what I got here was like $2, and I think they're more than $2 at a truck stop. I think they're like $2.25. Or as far as the soda, I got a Dr. Pepper cream soda is what I got. But yeah, so of course they got those deals of buy two get one for $1. Looks like there's been a change of plans since I just talked with a planner or something. Apparently they were able to find someone that could pick it up sooner, but it looks like instead of T-calling this load, I'm going to be taking it all the way to Wyoming and getting the miles out of it. So looks like we're going to be on this one here for a bit. All right, well let's keep going. So we pulled over at a rest stop. Now, I don't know if you're skipping past the POV drives or not, but if you are, or even if you have been watching, rewind just a little bit, and you'll notice that before I came in here into the rest stop, where trucks happen to be, there was an on-ramp, and there was a semi-truck that was coming. So, what did I do? I moved over to let that, to give that truck room to get on. There's another trucker behind, have my signal on. He knows I was coming over, but because I'm swift and not going 80 miles per hour like him, he got angry, even though I pulled over to make sure that I was being courteous to let that driver onto the freeway. While, Mr. 80 miles per hour, hey, I own this freaking interstate, gets upset. Once I got around the one truck and moved over into the right lane, he passed me, and you may have seen it, not heard it, but he sat there and honked his air horn at me. So what did I do? I blew my air horn right back at him. Hey, two can play to that, buddy. And on the CB, back a ways, there's like another one saying, makes no sense to be driving 60 miles per hour when it's 75 miles per hour on the freeway. Okay, number one, that's for cars, not for trucks. That's the thing. Some of these people act stupid. It's like, speed limit 75. It could be like snowing in a blizzard, all icy and slick on the road. Is speed limit 75? No, it's not. And besides, that's the speed limit. Meaning you don't go over that. It's a limit. It's not required speed 75. It's speed limit. It means you don't go over that speed, although a lot of them do. And there's a minimum speed. Some of these places have minimum speeds, and usually it's 40. So, man, it really irritates me, the attitude and the snobbiness that some of these truckers have out there. And you know who I'm finding it from the most? They're not company drivers. There are a lot of these, I don't know, either there was smaller companies or they're owner-operators. I'm not saying they all are. Okay, I'm not saying they all are. But I'm noticing the snobbiness with these truckers that I guess have been on the road for, since the dinosaur era or something, that they think they own the world and they're God's gift of, truck drivers or something. They're the ones that seem to have an attitude. I don't know. What do you all think? What have you noticed? Let me know in the comments what you think. All I know is I see these truckers, and very rarely, I don't know, maybe I need to go back and watch my own drives, but I don't see that many company drivers tailgating each other. I have not seen, from what I can remember, I have not seen another Swift driver or Prime or, I don't see them tailgating each other like I see these old truckers. Not gonna say old truckers, because it's not like I'm looking to see who's driving, but like more the old style trucks. So you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the old Peterbilts, and they got the smokestacks on the side, and they got the, I don't know, whatever, aluminum trash cans or whatever the hell is on the side of whatever those are. I don't know what they are. But do you know what I mean? I'm talking about old trucks like that. And flatbeds, and they're all tailgating each other. And I don't remember how far back it was, but there was like, I put on my brake and I got away from them. There was something like 3-4 truckers tailgating each other over here onto the left lane. And then another 2 trucks that were in front of me, and I said, screw this. I backed off. I backed way off. I stepped on my brake and I just let it slow down. I have my engine brake on, I normally have it on, just setting 1, just in case there's a hill or something, so that it doesn't catch me off guard. So that way at least it's working, and it's helping to slow me down, and it gives me more time to react. But yeah, I saw, the 4 on one side, 2 in front, and I said, to hell with this. I backed off. I'm like, you folks tailgate and you all have fun, do it miles away from me. But so I don't know if you saw that. You may have to go back a bit to be able to see that. But why do they do that? Why do they do that crap? I don't understand why they do that. It's dangerous. Tailgating each other. I mean, just one little thing can go wrong and you've got a freaking mess. It's just, I don't get that. I don't understand why they drive like that. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect driver or anything like that, but I'm trying to be mindful and I'm trying to be cautious. I'm also trying to be courteous for people, that are coming on to the interstate. I got to move over and I got to be safe too. So, yeah, I don't know. It boggles my mind, really, of what I see out there. And then the attitude that I hear on the CB, which I know that's why some people don't like getting CBs, because of the attitude that some of these people have. But just look past that, because the CB does have its use, and we've gone over that in this series. So it is worth having. Anyhow, I need to have a little bit of food and do some trip planning. I think I've got to do laundry. I really need to do laundry. So I think we're going to go to the Lancaster Swift Terminal anyway, and hopefully their facilities are good there. I'll get myself a little bit of a walk here. Got some clouds going on back here. Once again, Flight Simulator 2020 clouds. I don't mean that as an insult. That is like the best thing about Flight Sim 2020 are the clouds. Oh man, I love them. But you know what? X-Plane 12, it's looking pretty damn good. I gotta say, it is looking really good. Man, I still gotta get P3D installed and stuff. Well, reinstalled. But, oh man, it's like I barely have any time to do much of anything. So, great example, and I wish I had recorded it while I was having a quick lunch. A good example of the CB being used. One person was saying, hey, anyone out there, are there any more rest stops going east from here to Shreveport, Louisiana? And so there was another trucker that was helping out. So it was actually kind of pretty nice. And they were polite and professional, saying yes, sir, and stuff. And that's the type of stuff I'd like to be able to see more often. But unfortunately on a lot on the CBs and stuff, there's a lot of rude talking. There are some cases where some people are kind of cracking jokes and stuff, and that's kind of funny. But other ones are just rude. So they're about as rude as someone making comments, on Twitter or Facebook or something, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get ready to go here pretty soon. Ooh, more pretty clouds. Welcome to the Swift, Lancaster, Texas / Dallas Swift terminal. So yeah, here we are. This is big. I don't think I was here with my mentor. I keep wondering if I was here with my mentor or not. This is big. This is a big terminal. This is like Phoenix. But they don't have the pit stop. They do have a pretty big size fuel island, but they don't have the pit stop, folks. The ones that will go change your tires and change your lights and do all that other cool stuff. So that is one thing I really like about the Phoenix terminal is the pit stop. That is cool. They need to have that at some of the other Swift terminals, because hey, you know, you might have something that goes out, and how convenient is it to stop at the you know, just as you're going in, say, hey, I got this problem happened, you know, can you get this fixed? This is boom, boom, and it's done, you know? I wish more of the Swift terminals would do that. One thing I really like about the Phoenix terminal, I love that. So, well, anyways, I am gonna grab my laundry bag and see what I can do as far as laundry is concerned. So